You're listening to the Betoota Advocate's weekly news wrap on Desert Rock FM 96.5. Welcome back to the Betoota Advocate News Bulletin. The date is Monday, the 2nd of November, recording live from Baxter Boots Studios in downtown Betoota. You're joined by myself, editor Clancy Overell, and of course the K. McGrath of the Diamantina Shire, Wendell Hussey. How are you, Wendell?
I'm all right, thank you, Clancy. I came off the dirt bike on the weekend, so I'm a little bit stiff and sore, but other than that, I'm A-OK.
And speaking of stiff, we've got editor-at-large Errol Parker phoning in today from a story he's been chasing in the Bahnhof district in Berlin. I'm not sure what's going on there. Something related to the nightclub there, the Berghain. How has your trip been, Errol?
It's been going good so far, Clancy. Obviously, those familiar with Berghain, it's a nightclub here in Berlin. It's very hard to get a camera in there, but, we'll see how it goes. Just do me a favour and don't look at the company credit card this month.
Okay, I won't, mate.
All right.
We'll get through this, and it's 5:10 a.m. in Berlin currently, so it might even be just about time to put on your dancing shoes and head out.
No, I've been up for 2 days, Clancy, and this is a short little news bulletin, and I've got a short little fuse at the moment, so can we hurry things along, please?
Okay, what's in the news this week, Wendell?
In the news, Westpac CEO's $2.7 million golden handshake, a great example of how if you have a go, you will get a go.
Yes, Brian Hartzer, who resigned after the bank was charged with breaching anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism laws on 23 million occasions, has received $2.7 million to fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that, Errol?
I know. Well, it's just another example of how this government's gone soft. In reality, I think we should be doing what they did in Iceland. And that is when their banks did wrong. I believe they went out into the street with their axes and they cut up their bankers into tiny little pieces and they threw them in the sea as per the Viking tradition.
Yes, similar thing happened in France on the 5th of May, 1789, where they, quite literally chopped off the ruling aristocratic class's heads with guillotines.
Let them eat cake, hey. And in other national news, Brisbane man sends it into the river after being unable to find a station not playing Dance Monkey.
Is that getting a run over there in Berlin, Errol?
Only the techno-trance remix I've heard over here, but I haven't heard the original, but I can assure you that the variants of it are getting some decent Deutschland airwaves.
This particular story saw a Brisbane electrician treating himself into a dip in the brown snake after hitting station after station playing the same song, Dance Monkey by Tones and I. He says he's not strictly a Triple M kind of guy and likes all genres of music, but they've butchered that song, like General Haig butchered the British infantry in World War One.
Mm-hmm. The first day of the song, Clancy. Antiquated tactics against an opponent who had a weapon of mass destruction, the Maxim machine gun.
Back home in town now, and OK Gen Y says roadside assistance bloke after yet another call-out for a P-plater's flat tyre.
Yes, one older roadside mechanic has today returned serve for all that online ridicule he's been subjected to as a part of the OK Boomer meme. He was called out because a Gen Y graphic designer had a nail stuck in his tyre and didn't know how to change it. He then had to jump-start it after the young man had flattened his battery trying to charge his phone, waiting for him. In some other news from the Diamantina Shire, what have we got?
Relative with pool selfishly refuses to host Christmas.
Yes, cousin Rick is his name, and he said he's been hit up by his brother, sister, brother-in-law about celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ more than once this month, and each time he's outright refused. Not sure about his particular grievance, Errol. What did he tell you?
Well, Clancy, as a pool owner yourself, surely you'd know just how much of a pain in the arse it is to keep one clean. The last thing that you want to put in that pool is a relative who's just going to spend the afternoon in there converting, Betoota bitter into urine and then putting that urine into your pool. So, I can empathise there with young Rick, which is why I took the time to talk to him over the fence just before I was going to ask him if I could use his pool while he's over in Val d'Isere next month.
Yes, I find with my pool's an above-ground pool, so it is actually a bit higher risk particularly with my sisters-in-law's kids. It's not unlikely that I'll see them playing with something sharp next to the side of the above-ground pool, which is uphill from where we'll be having Christmas. So that, you know, there's worries there that they could fuck everything up.
Sounds dangerous. Probably not as dangerous as a bottle of Bundy and Coke broken into an underground pool, however, though. That is very expensive.
Yes, I believe that happened at your schoolies week, didn't it, Wendell?
It did, and Mum and Dad had to come and bail us out big time, so it was not something I would recommend. And in other local news now, local hedonist repairs damage done over the weekend with ginger and lemon kombucha.
This particular bloke said after poisoning his body for 48 hours, he found himself rapidly aging, and he says he plans to totally cleanse himself with a nice remedy ginger lemon kombucha. That should do the trick, he reckons. If not, an acai bowl surely will.
Well, there you go, Clancy.
Each to their own
There you
remedies,
go.
eh?
I'm so tired.
Nearly there, Errol. And on the sporting front this week, the ARU is under fire again. This comes after a 150-kilogram plumber from Betoota 4th grade has confirmed he's also suing the ARU over the claim he could have captained the Wallabies.
Yes, a local brown trout fisherman, Jeremy Dunning, 37, arrived in Sydney with his local solicitor to begin court proceedings against Rugby Australia following the footsteps of Israel Folau.
Yeah, righto. Gee, well, are you bastards trying to put me to bed with this fucking rugby yawnian chap?
The father of 6 is a prominent social member of our town's struggling club that plays in the Western Queensland Group 139 competition. 150-kilogram Betoota Heights resident claims his career trajectory in rugby union was dashed by fucking politics and other bullshit during his briefly promising Colt season.
And following on from that, Ash Smith, another local of our town, has confirmed that he's thinking about taking Forex and Bundy Rum to court for derailing his athletic and academic career.
He's also spelled academic Acedemec, so he's probably had a fair bit to drink, and I think that's a fair point he's made there.
Maybe the floodgates won't open. In other sports news, and LaMelo Ball has set Aussie basketball alight after becoming the first ever NBL player to dunk.
Well, we did get a lot of heat for this article when we did write it, because apparently there were other people before him who were able to do a touch sort of layup, like your Andrew Gazes, your Shane Heals, and all the other household names that have come out of the NBL.
Yeah, I guess people felt like we were going hard on the NBL, but, you know, we're just happy for the ugly duckling right now because it is turning into a beautiful swan. The NBL bosses are so ecstatic with LaMelo Ball, the young American's feats, that they've promised him a 2011 Mazda 2 if he can do it again.
And Louis Bill Williams, an NBL fan, commented on that story saying, "This is great. Surely it's only a matter of time now until the NBL sees a three-point basket shot." So hopefully LaMelo Ball can bring that home for him as well.
Well, let's learn to walk before we learn to fly, I think.
Safe, Clancy.
Yep. I agree.
And on that note, that's the news all wrapped up. So once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again next week. Until then, I'm Wendell Hussey.
I'm Clancy Overell.
And I'm Errol Parker.